Hi, and welcome to the Kayden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. And joining me right here is the one and only Graham Turner. Hey, Graham, how are you today?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Thank you so much for asking. So, kind of tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into music.
Well, I did live in London in England until about 9 months ago, and I moved to the coast on the south coast of England. Uh, I started music. I had a bit of a rough time. My dad died, and I got testicular cancer, and um, and my business failed, so I got made bankrupt, and everything seemed to be happening at once. And I saw a friend of mine put some guitars in the boot of his car, and I said, "Oh, I've really wanted to play guitar, I never got round to it." So he thrust a guitar in my hand and drew some chords out on a piece of paper and said, "There you go, learn those three chords, and you'll be able to play most of the chart songs that have been around for the last 50 years." So, so that was it really. I started teaching myself guitar, and yeah, that was when I was 39. So
Awesome.
yeah, so quite late to the show really.
What do you most enjoy about music?
Uh, I think I love it's such a there's so much to learn. Um, learning the guitar is one thing, and then I had to learn how to write songs, and then later I learned how to produce songs, and I'm still learning every day. Every single day, I'm learning something new about myself and about music. It's just such a deep field.
What skills have you learned that have helped you in your singing career?
What scales?
Skills.
Oh, skills. I thought you said
Skills.
scales. Skills. Oh,
Hey,
lots
close enough.
really.
That's
Uh,
okay.
I guess I've learned how to, how to structure songs, how to write them in terms of melodies, harmonies, and lyrics, and then music production. I could write a book really on how much I've learned, what skills I've learned. Um, there's just so much to it. It's really good.
Mhm. Describe your creative process while creating new music.
Okay, so it depends who I'm writing with or what I'm writing for. So, for example, I think the song you're going to play today uh, is called "You Make Me Feel Like Sunday." Is that right? So
Yep.
my process for that was I pitched some songs to a music library owner, and he said, uh, I like your songs, but I'm looking for songs with that are associated with the days of the week." So I thought, oh, okay, which day shall I choose to write about? And and I chose Sunday because uh, I had this image in my head of um, when you get into a new relationship and you wake up the next day and everything's bright and sunny and hopeful, and the church bells are ringing, and just kind of everything's full of optimism. So that was how I wrote this one. But it really depends. Sometimes I start with lyrics, sometimes I start with melody, sometimes I just sit around playing around on the guitar and see where it takes me really.
Hmm. What does a typical day look like for you, Graham?
uh, well, I go to the gym in the morning because I'm no spring chicken, so I'm trying to keep myself going for as long as I can.
Hmm.
And so I go to the gym, come back, have a light breakfast, take some vitamins, set my computer up, it answer my emails and all of that stuff. And then so I clear everything out of my day before I start, and then I'll sit down, look at who's looking for songs, and then I'll try and write something that fits with what people are looking for, really. Or if I've got a co-write, then obviously I've got a set time that they'll be coming here, or I'll be going to them, and try and do a bit of homework before I go. So,
what do you like doing outside of music?
I love sport. I don't play so much nowadays, but I like soccer, and I like golf, tennis, anything really, anything where anything that is competitive. I like sport a lot. I like traveling. I've been to the States a few times. Been to Nashville and New York, LA. So I've been to most of them. Well, not most, but I've been to a few of the major music hubs.
If you could do it or collaborate with any singer, who would you choose and why, Graham?
Ooh, Stevie Wonder. Because I don't know, I just kind of grew up listening to his music when he was only about, he was a teenager, I think, when I first discovered him. And I just think to be able to write the stuff that he writes, both lyrically and melodically, without being able to see what he's writing, I just don't understand how someone can be that gifted.
Do you have any new singles or any upcoming projects that we can look forward to?
Yeah, I'm writing some new stuff at the moment, which is I was going full tilt at it in the summer, and then I lost a bit of my eyesight in one of my eyes, so it slowed me down a little bit. And but I'm hoping to get those finished early in the new year and release an album maybe in the spring. So that's the plan. But yeah, I've got a single out at the moment anyway.
What would you be doing right now if it was not for music? Like if music wasn't around, what would you be doing?
I'll be in the pub drinking. No, I don't know really. Probably just mundane stuff, I suppose, like watching TV or talking to friends and stuff like that. Really.
What is one message that you would give your fans or anyone listening or watching this?
Follow your dream. Simple and a bit of a cliche, but yeah, don't ever think that you're too old, too ugly, too fat, too thin, too whatever to follow your dream. Just do it.
Have you ever done any music competitions, Graham?
Music competitions?
Yeah.
Yes. My first song that I wrote, I entered it into a songwriting contest in the UK, and it got to the final. And then another one, I got entered into a TV songwriters. It's a bit like American Idol, but for songwriters. And again, we got to the final with one of my songs there. So yeah, that was quite nice.
Absolutely. Have you played any instruments, or do you play any instruments now? And if so, what do you play?
I play guitar, and I play a little bit, very, very little bit of mandolin, not much at all. I play some keyboards, anything really. I will just pick things up and try. So, but proficiently, I suppose my guitar is my first instrument.
What are the positives and negatives of being a musician?
The positives are that you get to create something that's going to be around forever, and that's quite something really, to create, long after I'm dead and gone, that my music, even if it's just sitting in my kids' computers, will still be around. So that's quite a joy to be able to create something like that. And the negatives are you get to spend a lot of time on your own, which can be a bit lonely sometimes. And of course, nowadays it's very difficult to make any money. So,
Mhm.
so they're probably the two negatives, really.
Mhm. And Graham, is there anything else that I forgot that you'd like to share with us today before we go?
Um, I don't think so, but if anyone wants to check out my music, they can check my website out, which is www.themusicavery.com.
Awesome. And again, I just want to thank a huge thank you to Graham Turner for joining us right here on the Kayden Gordon Show, today's Best Country Mix. We appreciate your time to talk to us today.
Thanks, Kayden.